This is a special presentation of Tiger Sports on Alamo Sports and Talk 1230 and 101.9 FM.
Good afternoon and welcome to Tiger Stadium. You're listening to Tiger Baseball on Alamo Sports and Talk 1230, 101.9. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. We're ready for round robin tournament number 2. Not quite as many games happening over here at Tiger Stadium this week. The Tigers will play 3 games just like they did last week, but only a second game happening. So Deming's actually going to play a doubleheader today, one against Alamo, and then they'll do one against Santa Fe. And then tomorrow it'll be Alamo versus Santa Teresa, and then, well, first it'll actually be Santa Teresa versus Santa Fe, and then Alamo will have the nightcap game at 7 against Santa T. And then Santa Fe on Saturday is going to take on El Paso Leadership Academy. Alamogordo will take on Santa T for a second game on Saturday afternoon. I'm Charles Winicky. Thanks for tuning in. This is the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show on I think a pretty darn nice Thursday afternoon. The winds are kicking up a little bit, but it's not terrible. Definitely could be worse. That's kind of how you have to gauge the wind. I feel like here in New Mexico this time of the year it could be worse. So 2 really good teams facing off today. Alamogordo remains unbeaten on the season at 5-0, and Deming comes into this matchup at 5-1 on the year. So the Tigers, who have done well so far against some of the 4A opponents that they played this year, play a 4A team that has gotten off to a really strong start this year, have the Wildcats. So excited to see what we get between these two sides this afternoon. Could be an exciting one. Both teams are ranked in the top 15 in New Mexico on Max Preps. However, I will say that I think you have to have a minimum of 5 games, and I'm not sure how many teams in New Mexico have played 5 games yet this year, but we'll go ahead and take that. I think Alamo's 7 and Deming is 13. Sure. Kind of got to wait for a few more teams to get their seasons going with basketball season wrapping up this week. There are some teams that kind of hold off on their schedules until the week after the state championships finish up. So that's part of the reason why that is. Deming just finished their infield outfield. Alamogordo just that, and I don't see the umpires making their way out onto the field quite yet. Deming, by the way, is going to be in their road grays today. Gray tops, which are the short sleeve ones, and then they've got maroon sleeves. Deming on the front of their jerseys in maroon lettering, numerals. And Tigers are going to be in white, and I don't know, it's going to be all white today. Okay, so white tops, white pants, gold lettering and numerals for them today, outlined in black with a gold stripe down their pants, outlined in black. Sun shining, don't have any clouds or anything. The dust isn't too bad. Again, compared to last week, it is absolutely fantastic, but we do have a pretty strong wind coming in from center field, so kind of a south-southwest wind blowing into the stadium, so don't expect anybody to knock one out of the park today, but I don't think it's something that will affect things too badly. We'll see. You know, as the game goes on, obviously it can be different right now than it will be at 5 o'clock, at 5:30, all that kind of stuff. So this is the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show. We'll get you starting lineups and more. And first we're going to hear from our fantastic Tiger baseball sponsors. We'll be back here from Tiger Stadium. The Wildcats and the Tigers getting started here after this.
Card Suite Lite is a convenient and safe way to manage your cards with your mobile app. Busy lifestyle? No problem. You're in control, making it easy to set alerts and manage your banking on the go. This is Susie with First National Bank. Enroll today.
Member FDIC.
Remember, if something seems too good to be true, it often is. This is AJ from First National Bank. Trust your instincts and stay vigilant to online fraud. Protect yourself from becoming a victim. Think before you act. If you have any concerns, contact your bank for further assistance.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
The Winner's Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner's Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner's Circle,
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game! Looking to transform your home's exterior? Meet Rudy Ochoa. With years of experience in stucco, Rudy and his crew deliver quality craftsmanship and stunning flawless finishes. 575-442-6745.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there. To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
When life happens, OFCU has a loan for that. Appliances, furniture, medical, repairs, weekend getaway, vacations, consolidations, and more. OFCU's personal loans are as low as 9.99% APR. Apply online or in person today. OteroFCU.org. All loans are subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Not all will qualify. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Sports and Talk, 1230, 101.9. The meeting at home plate is finished up with, and Coach Winrow and Coach Chavez have finished discussing things, and we're about ready for starting lineups to be announced by the public address. So we'll go ahead and get you the starters. Max Allison is leading things off for Deming. He'll be playing third base. He is a sophomore. Senior Daniel Mosier, wearing number 1. He'll be playing at shortstop. At first base, it's Ezra Sines. He's a sophomore and wearing number 6. Number 99. Don't see a lot of 99s in baseball, softball, but I always like some of those unique numbers that they get in jersey sets. He's playing second base is Isaac Martinez, and he's a junior. Number 32 is Roy Sutton. He's a sophomore wearing number 9. Jose Duran, a senior, is wearing number 3, and he's the left fielder. The catcher today is Daniel Porras. He is a sophomore and wearing number 24. Number 13, Luis Leanos, is a senior, and he's pitching. And number 7, Chris Olvera, is a sophomore, and he plays center field. The subs for Deming, Diego Baca, number 33. Number 8, Esteban Barraza. Baca's a senior. Barraza is a junior. Cole Donaldson is a senior. Ezekiel Sanchez, a junior. Eric and Fabian Ortega is a sophomore, wearing number 43. 21, Esteban Marshall is a sophomore. For the Tigers, Cade Kiss is starting in center field, the junior. The second baseman, Billy Copeland, is playing second base and is wearing number 2. Number 12 is Brandon Williams. He is playing third base. The DH is Preston Eldred, wearing number 11. He is subbing for Ethan Phillips, the catcher. Kellen Wall playing first base, wearing number 15. Number 1 is Aiden McGinnis, and he is in right field. Eric Vasquez will get the nod on the mound for the Tigers today. He is wearing number 7. Number 4, Aiden Tupper, is the shortstop. And then number 10, Ryan Macklin, is playing left field. Gabriel De Leon Atkinson, number 3. Number 8, Chasen Austin. Number 9, Aiden Knowles. Number 13, Jaden Ruiz. And number 14, Keegan Stagner are the Tigers' reserves. All right, looks like the lineups announced for Deming, and now the Alamogordo Tiger lineups being announced. And the Wildcats, as I mentioned, coming into this one at 5-1 on the season, so good start for them. It's been mostly El Paso area teams that they played. They did pick up a doubleheader sweep over Gadsden just this past weekend, I believe, is when they played that one. Let me grab up. Yeah, they played on the 5th, so that would have been actually last Wednesday that they played those games. So 7-4 win over Gadsden the first game, 7-6 in 8 innings. And they've been road warriors with the exception of, actually, no, they've played everything on the road because they've been either in tournaments or played at Gadsden. They played a tournament team, doesn't say which one, to start off that first tournament they played in. They beat Anthony 9-0, lost to Riverside 10-4, and then they would beat Clint 8-3. So they'll get Alamo and Santa Fe today. They go to the Artesia tournament, which I think Alamogordo is playing in that one as well. And, of course, they're in a district with Santa Teresa, Silver, and Chaparral this season. So got matchups against Valencia and a couple of other ones in there as well. All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back, and first pitch is coming up for you next here on Alamo Sports and Talk.
Here are a few tips on how to stay vigilant and protect yourself from fraud. This is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. Monitor your accounts. Use strong passwords. Be skeptical of unsolicited emails and messages. Don't deposit checks received in the mail from unknown sources. Use anti-malware software and educate yourself. Stay informed about common fraud schemes and tactics used by scammers. If you suspect fraudulent activity, report it to your financial institution and the appropriate authorities immediately. Stay alert, stay safe.
Member FDIC.
The Winner's Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner's Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner's Circle,
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Transform your home with Ochoa Stucco. Whether it's a fresh look or a durable finish, their expert team delivers quality and style. Say goodbye to bland exteriors and hello to stunning curb appeal. Ochoa Stucco, always a flawless finish. 442-6745.
We are the Veterans Health Administration, and our hands provide life-changing care to over 9 million veterans across more than 1,200 facilities nationwide. Join hands with us to make an impact in your community. Learn more at vacareers.va.gov.
When life happens, OFCU has a loan for that. Appliances, furniture, medical, repairs, weekend getaway, vacations, consolidations, and more. OFCU's personal loans are as low as 9.99% APR. Apply online or in person today. OteroFCU.org. All loans are subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Not all will qualify. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. No, we are ready to get underway. Tigers and Wildcats. Right at 4 o'clock. We've been really good about getting things going right on time to begin games. Getting through all the starting lineups, national anthem, all that. Eric Vasquez pitching, and his first offering is a little bit high to Max Allison. And that's 1-0 to the third baseman for the Wildcats. Underway now. Here comes the pitch. And this one hit in the air to right field. Should be an easy one for McGinnis. He's got it. And there's one down. So bring up Daniel Mosier now, the senior. And he will hit. Well, I thought he was going to hit from the left-hand side for a second, but he was actually hitting or picking up the bat. And he'll watch the first one just missed high. And the count is 1-0. Give the defensive setup for the Tigers. Ethan Phillips behind home plate. Kellen Walls at first. And Billy Copeland at second. A little bit low on the 1-0. It's 2-0. The shortstop for the Tigers, Zayden Tupper. And Brandon Williams at third. As here comes the 2-0. Ground ball foul to the third base side. And 2-1. Outfield, as we just mentioned, Aiden McGinnis in right, Cade Kiss in center, and Ryan Macklin in left field. 2-1. And a swing and a miss. 2-2. Took a little bit off there, did Vasquez. And the lineup one more time for the Wildcats. We've already seen Allison, now Mosier, Ezra Signs. It's in the 3 spot. This is hard hit, and that's a base knock up the line. And Macklin is going to get to it pretty quickly, so no advancements. Well, okay, it is going to be backed up by Wall. Throw came in and wasn't scooped up cleanly by Copeland at second, but Wall was there to grab it. And so a 1-out single for Mosier, and that will bring up Ezra Signs. Signs comes into this game hitting .526 over 6 games. 10 hits, 4 doubles, 5 RBIs from the left-hand side, and he will hit this one on a rope to center field. Kiss will get it to it quickly, but not before it's down. And that's back-to-back singles for Deming. And it'll bring up Isaac Martinez now. Martinez comes into the game hitting .455 on the season. And he does have a home run, a triple, a double, 7 RBIs. His whole lineup has hit the ball well over their first 6 games of the year. And it's a breaking ball that drops in for a strike, and it's 0-1. Hitting from the right-hand side is Martinez. On and a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Good slider there from Vasquez. He can get the guy at the plate and work out of some trouble here. 2 on and 1 out. Turnaround pickoff move, and no slide by Mosier. And he got in by about a step, so a little close. Coming inside and couldn't get the corner. Did have Martinez back out of the way a little bit. 1-2 the count. The pitch. And breaking ball that just got a piece of. And the count will stay 1-2. That was a good job of keeping that bat alive by Martinez. Nearly swung through that, but got the slightest of a foul tip. From the stretch, here comes the 1-2. And again, we'll get a piece of this. That'll be a foul ball, and it'll stay 1-2. Ray Sutton, the sophomore, in the on-deck circle for the Wildcats. Now, those are gray pinstripe jerseys, and it says Wildcats cross front, not Deming. And another spin-around pickoff move, but runner gets back in time. This time, Mosier does slide back in. I think it was Vasquez last week that picked off somebody at second base. Another 1-2. Couldn't get the call in the outside corner. 2-2. It's a good fastball, but looked like it was a little bit off. Credit to Martinez for not swinging at that. 2-2. And ground ball foul into the Deming dugout, and we'll do another 2-2. This is the 8th pitch of the at-bat now. Martinez has fouled off 4 in this at-bat. 2-2. And that'll get to the backstop. Runners will advance. And it's 3-2. So it takes a double play out of order and puts now 2 in scoring position. One out, runners on second and third now. And a 3-2 count to Martinez, and a base hit could plate a couple. He swings and misses, went after a high fastball, and a big strikeout there from Vasquez, 2 down. Big out for Vasquez, and now can just focus on the man at the plate as Royce Sutton comes to the plate, number 32. Sutton hitting .333 on the season. And gets a call on the fastball. Counts 0-1. 2 hits in the inning for the Wildcats, a strikeout and a pop-out, as the Tigers try to work out of some early trouble. And a ground ball, high chopper to the left side, and that one's not going to be fielded cleanly, and the run will score. Not an easy play for Williams at third. Took a high chop off the grass. He had to charge on it, and honestly, he would have had to probably barehand that and throw it to first to get there in time. So infield single scores 1. Runner at second does not advance, and it's 1-0 Wildcats. Still first and second here with 2 outs. And here's a ball hit high in the air, shallow right field. And coming on is McGinnis to grab it as he called off. Oh, no, he did not catch it. He did call off the second baseman, but he was unable to get to it. And a crucial error here early for the Tigers, as McGinnis had called off Copeland, but did not get to it. Or I believe it went off his glove. So unlucky on the infield single. That one just a defensive miscue for the Tigers. And for Vasquez, a little frustrating. Did give up the 2 singles, but at least in these last 3 at-bats, he's gotten, playable balls or just unlucky on a chopper. Here's a ground ball to second, and a little bit of trouble for Copeland, but he comes up with it and tosses on to first, and the inning is over, but not before Deming scores 2 runs. 1 Tiger error, 3 Deming hits, and 2 left on. As we go to the bottom of the second inning, it's the Wildcats 2 and the Tigers nothing. You're listening to Tiger Baseball on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Card Sweet Lite is a convenient and safe way to manage your cards with your mobile app. Busy lifestyle? No problem. You're in control, making it easy to set alerts and manage your banking on the go. This is Susie with First National Bank. Enroll today.
Member FDIC.
Remember, if something seems too good to be true, it often is. This is AJ from First National Bank. Trust your instincts and stay vigilant to online fraud. Protect yourself from becoming a victim. Think before you act. If you have any concerns, contact your bank for further assistance.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
The Winner's Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner's Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner's Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Tiger Baseball here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Alamogordo and Deming on this Thursday afternoon. Deming playing 2 today. Tigers will just play the 1. Deming will play Santa Fe in the 7 o'clock game tonight. And the Tigers will come up to the plate now 2-0 on the Richland Motor scoreboard. Cade Kiss will try to get something started for Alamo. Tigers have played from behind a decent amount this year. I don't know if Alamo has trailed by more than 1 run this year in all of their games, which is kind of a crazy stat through 5 games. But when they had trouble, I think it's only been by 1. Yeah. Maybe they trailed by 2 to Roswell in that second game. Anyhow, Kiss will watch the first pitch miss outside, and it's 1-0. Tiger lineup one more time for you. Cade Kiss, Billy Copeland, Brandon Williams and Preston Eldred, the top of the lineup. And that'll miss outside on the 1-0. It's 2-0. Kellen Wall, then Aiden McGinnis, Eric Vasquez, 5, 6, and 7. Aiden Tupper and Ryan Macklin rounded out. Kiss will hit this in the air. It's slicing into left center field and making a long run from center field to make the grab is Chris Olvera, and there's one down. That had some movement off the bats. Kind of straight down the middle, and then it continued to push out to left center field. But the Tigers with one down, and Billy Copeland comes to the plate. Copeland, the second baseman. And first pitch in there for a strike. And here comes the pitch. And check that. I think the first one was a ball. So 1-1. Luis Leanos is the pitcher. Okay, no, that wasn't for a strike. That's what I thought. So he's out on 3 consecutive strikes. No, I think he thought it was 3. He was walking away. All right, so it was 1-2. I was the only one that thought I heard somebody go, hey. Swing and a miss. But ball was dropped. He's tagged out as he goes by. And now it is a strikeout for out number 2. And I was going to say Copeland trying to get his bat going a little bit. He's been on base a decent amount. So it's interesting. His batting average is actually I'm sorry. Billy Copeland's actually in 273 on the season. I'm sorry. I was looking at somebody else's there. So, as I said, I thought he had he got like 3 RBIs this year. Yeah. I thought he had hit pretty decently in that 2 spot. Pitch gets called in the outside corner for a strike on Williams, and the count is 0-1. Williams in the 3 spot. And he is hitting .385 on the season. And pitch misses outside. Williams just about went around, but held up, and the count evens up. 2 down, base is empty, bottom of 1, and the Tigers are trailing 2-0. Leanos into the motion, and it's going to miss low on that. 2-1. And try to hit that outside corner, and that's just a little bit off. And it's 3-1. So Williams has gotten himself into a good position here. Eldred in the on-deck circle. Leanos into his motion. Here's the pitch. Well, the umpire went strike 3, but that was just it's 3-2. And that one's behind Williams, and he'll draw the walk. That was the only one who was off on. The umpire was off on his count. He was excited to do his punch out there, I guess. The Tigers pick up a base runner. We'll try to put something together here with 2 outs. The DH steps in. And Leanos putting his cap back on. Working out of the stretch now. How aggressive the Tigers want to be on the base pass here. Low and away, it misses on the first, and it's 1-0. Pick-off throw to first. Williams will slide back in safely. And Signs applies the tag. The 1-0. And this is hit pretty well. Out to right center field, and that is going to get beyond the fielders. They were playing really shallow. It's going to allow the runner to get to third. Williams will turn the corner, but will head back. And the Tigers will have corners here with 2 outs. And Kellen Wall coming to the plate for Alamogordo. I think with the wind, understandably, the outfielder's playing pretty shallow. I wonder if they're playing at more normal depth there, if they are able to get to that in the air. So Wall steps up with a chance to at least claw one back here for the Tigers. Pick-off throw to keep Eldred at first. Tigers send him and try to get a easy stolen base. Wall will foul off the first pitch he sees. To the backstop, it's 0-1. Wall comes in hitting .333, 6 RBI, 6 hits, a couple of doubles and a triple. Tigers don't have a lot of extra base hits this year. He has 3 of Alamogordo's 4 extra base hits this season. Ground ball up the middle, base hit, and that's going to bring in a run. Eldred will move up 1 position to second, and Wall gets one runs back for the Tigers, an RBI single, and it's 2-1. Good work with 2 outs for the Tigers. Looked like it was going to be a relatively routine inning. And if the Tigers can keep it going here, they can possibly tie this one up with a runner still in scoring position now with 2 outs. This is fouled off and may still be in play here. Now it'll get out over the top of the Alamogordo dugout on the first base side. Porras gave chase from his catching position, so did Science at first base. Which made me think that maybe it was going to stay in, but always smart to at least play it out. The 0-1 to McGinnis. And this is hit to third. Pretty softly, a little bit of trouble there at third, but unfortunately for the Tigers, it was either going to be a force out or they were just going to tag Eldred out, just hit right to the baseline. So even though the third baseman, Allison, didn't field it especially cleanly, he had time to get the tag out. But the Tigers do get 1 back and did it with 2 outs. 2 hits in the inning. They leave 2 on. No Deming errors. And we work our way to the top of the second on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. It's Wildcats 2, Tigers 1. And this is Tiger Baseball on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 101 now.
Looking to transform your home's exterior? Meet Rudy Ochoa. With years of experience in stucco, Rudy and his crew deliver quality craftsmanship and stunning flawless finishes. 575-442-6745.
Join Stand Up to Cancer and Jazz Pharmaceuticals to raise awareness of small cell lung cancer and accelerate the pace of research. Ask your healthcare provider about screening options that might be right for you or a loved one. Visit standuptocancer.org/lung to learn more.
When life happens, OFCU has a loan for that. Appliances, furniture, medical, repairs, weekend getaway, vacations, consolidations, and more. OFCU's personal loans are as low as 9.99% APR. Apply online or in person today. oterofcu.org. All loans are subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Not all will qualify. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Deming Wildcats 2, the Alamogordo Tigers 1. Helen Wall single scored Brandon Williams for the Tigers in that first inning. And leading things off for Deming, Luis Leaños, the pitcher, and he'll watch the first one miss outside. And it's 1-0. Eric Vasquez lead things off for the Tigers. And again, misses outside, 2-0. Leaños, Chris Olvera, and Max Allison do up in the inning for Deming. So this 2-1. Leaños swung out of his cleats there to try to get after that. And we've got time, I think. We have a plastic bag blown into the field. That would appear to be the case. A quite large plastic bag blowing out into the field. Aiden McGinnis, the right fielder, went and grabbed that. And looking to hit the strike zone, but down and away, I believe, 3-1. There's the pitch. And a foul ball that'll take the count full. There's a little dribbler up the third base line. So it's 3-2 to the leadoff hitter for the Wildcats in the top of the second as they try to add to their 2-1 lead. And called strike 3 on the breaking ball. Well, you can tell Leanos just sort of watched that one in all the way and almost went around. And so there's one down. Chris Olvera will come to the plate. So the righty steps in against the right-handed pitching Vasquez, and fastball is going to miss outside. 1-0 to Olvera. And again outside, 2-0. The pitch. Called strike on the 2-0. That time hits the inner half of the plate, 2-1. Base is empty, 1 out, top 2. 2-1 pitch is a breaking ball that misses low. And Vasquez again falls behind, 3-1, as he did to Leanos. The 3-1. And a ground ball, hard hit to Wall, and that's going to hit off him and into the outfield, and that'll be a Tiger error that puts a runner on. Second error of the game for Alamogordo. Certainly hard to hit, but Wall right there in position, unfortunately wasn't able to field that cleanly. And so Max Allison will come to the plate, popped out to right field in his first time up. And in the dirt, but well done by Phillips as he keeps that in front of him. And it's 1-0. Unfortunately for Vasquez, he's been working from behind in the count a lot in this game. Allison came into this matchup hitting .222 on the year. Maybe we're going to see a bunt here. And a pickoff throw to first before that, though. Wasn't showing bunt, just sort of wondered with a speedy guy at first, and usually your leadoff hitter has got some athleticism. Tigers are playing deep, so. And this is, again, hit in the air. And this is going to be just behind at second base. Oh, and another drop for the Tigers, but it's no problem as they'll be able to throw it to second and get the out. But not the routine out that they were looking for there. And it's been a little shaky for the Tigers defensively today. We've seen outfielders and infielders both have some struggles. So it ends up, I think, going E4 9-6, fielder's choice. Regardless, there are 2 down. Called strike here to Daniel Mosier. 0-1 to him. He singled and scored in the first inning. He's got a runner on first with 2 down. Vasquez from the stretch. Pickoff throw to first. Runner's back. Vasquez holding the baseball in his right hand behind his back, now into his glove. Runner goes, swing and a miss. Phillips throw out to second, is going to just dribble into the outfield. Good backup there by Tupper. But the runner does advance. Called strike, or a swing and a miss at the plate. So it's 0-2 now here to Mosier. And a foul ball that'll go off of Mosier. Runner on second and 2 down, an 0-2 counts to the shortstop. And here's the pitch. And this is Sutori. That was felt like down at the shoelaces, but credit to Mosier for getting some good contact on that. Looked like a golf swing more than anything else, but was able to make some decent contact. It's Still 0-2. Sent that into foul territory on the third base side. And a ground ball chopper to third. Fielded cleanly by Williams. Toss on to first on the run. He got him. That's a good defensive play. Great stretch there by Wall. And the Tigers are able to get out of the inning after giving up a couple of errors. But one runner left on for Deming. No hits. And most importantly, no runs. We go to the bottom of the second inning. The Tigers trailing 2-1 to the Deming Wildcats on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Tiger Baseball here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Remember, if something seems too good to be true, it often is. This is Emily from First National Bank. Trust your instincts and stay vigilant to online fraud. Protect yourself from becoming a victim. Think before you act. If you have concerns, contact your bank for further assistance.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
Card Suite Life provides 24/7 control right at your fingertips. This is AJ with First National Bank. Fraud prevention is priceless. Safeguard your card. Download the free app for a simple, secure way to manage your debit card activity.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
Eric Vasquez leading things off for the Tigers. Slow roller to first, and good coverage there by Leanos as he got to the bag. Signs made the play at first, and there's a very quick out number one for Alamogordo here in the bottom of the second inning. Richardson Motor scoreboard shows Deming 2 and Alamogordo 1. Gonna bring him Aiden Tupper, and Aiden Tupper was the one I was thinking about in the first inning, saying just trying to get his bat going a little bit. His batting average showing zeros at the moment. And looking outside is Leanos and misses. And the count is 1-0. Here comes the pitch. Gets that one a little bit closer, evens up the count at 1-1. Tiger fans thought that was in the same spot it was last time around. 1-1. And now Deming's probably thinking that was in the same spot as well as the strike. It's 2-1 as it just misses outside. And not noticeably from up here, a difference in those three pitches. And that'll miss inside on the 2-1. It's 3-1. Tupper has been on base this season, drawn some walks and hit by pitches, and is going to draw a walk here. So Tupper gets on for the Tigers with 1 out, and it'll bring up Ryan Macklin for Alamogordo. Both guys here in this 8-9 spot looking to get their season started from a hitting standpoint. Macklin does have an RBI on the year and has scored 5 runs. So, I mean, he's been on. Just looking for some hits. Macklin swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Back to the top of the order after this for the Tigers. Cade Kiss is in the on-deck circle for Alamogordo. And outside it misses. Pickoff throw to first. Just getting back in second was Tupper. That was a smart move by Porras. They very nearly got Tupper leading too far away from the bag. Count evens up at 1-1. Another pickoff throw, and ooh, that was closer. I thought he had him, honestly. now he's got him. No, guess not. 1-1. I think Aiden needs to take about one step fewer lead off the bag right now. He's making that really close. Well, he's going to go. And here's a ground ball to the right side. That will be fair. They'll get the throw on to first, so Tupper will get the second regardless. On a little dribbler up the first base line as Leanos gets the ball and tosses it on to Science. 1-3 on the putout. And Cade Kiss with a runner on second will try to make something happen for the Tigers with 2 outs. Alamo was able to make it work last inning. Kiss popped out to center field, left center field last time up. And Kiss will hit this to second. One hopper, easy play over there. Toss on to first as Isaac Martinez makes the play. Tigers leave 1 on, no hits, no runs, no errors, and we are through 2 completes on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Wildcats 2, Tigers 1, and you're listening to Tiger Baseball. We'll be back.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Transform your home with Ochoa Stucco. Whether it's a fresh look or a durable finish, their expert team delivers quality and style. Say goodbye to bland exteriors and hello to stunning curb appeal. Ochoa Stucco, always a flawless finish. 442-6745.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. Ezra Signs will lead things off for the Wildcats in the top of the 3rd inning. It's the heart of the order, 3, 4, and 5 for Deming. And he'll watch that one miss inside into the backstop, and it's 1-0. Eric Vasquez continues on the mound for Alamogordo. He has had to work from behind, it feels like, in most of these at-bats, but last inning worked out pretty well for him. And the fastball 1-0 gets in on the outside half of the plate, and the count is 1-1. Science 1 for 1 with a single today. And I'll watch that one hop in the dirt and away. And the count is 2-1. Home plate umpire is going to grab or get tossed those 2 baseballs that got away. And now we're ready to go. 2-1. Hard hit to second. And a little bit of an in-between hop, but good play there from Copeland. He'll toss it on to first. And there's 1 down. 4-3 on the putout. It'll bring up Isaac Martinez, who struck out his first time at the plate. The junior steps in. And first pitch will miss outside, 1-0. Here's the pitch. And a good breaking ball there, 1-1. He's got that fastball that kind of moves across from one side to the other. Then he brings on the, I don't know if that's his change or a curveball, but, and a check swing. That was a good fastball, busted him inside on that. Most hitters they've got their toe right on the line of that inside line of the batter's box, so anything on that inside corner can kind of tie you up a little bit. This is going to be fouled off and out of play. Went to the breaking ball again. Martinez did force a long at bat the last time he was up. I think we ended up at a 9-pitch, 10-pitch at bat, 9-pitch at bat. One and two. And tried to go with a quick pitch, and the curveball got away from him. I've seen Vasquez do that a little bit in recent games, and mixed success, I think, is what I'd say. He doesn't take his full leg kick motion when he does that. Here's his full motion, 2-2. And in the dirt and away, 3-2. So it's one of those, obviously, you're trying to upset the rhythm of the hitter because he's expecting a certain amount of pace that you go through. And as a pitcher, 3-2. And this is hard hit, but right at Williams, who snags it at the hot corner. And there is 2 down. Good contact on that pitch from Martinez, but right at him. And the Tigers will now face Royce Sutton, the sophomore. And a ground ball right back to the pitcher. Vasquez will run over to first, underhand it, and get it to Wall, and the inning is over. So down in order go the Deming Wildcats in the top of the 3rd inning, and we'll go to the bottom of the 3rd. It's still Deming 2, Alamogordo 1. You're listening to Tiger Baseball here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 101.9.
When life happens, OFCU has a loan for that. Appliances, furniture, medical, repairs, weekend getaway, vacations, consolidations, and more. OFCU's personal loans are as low as 9.99% APR. Apply online or in person today. OteroFCU.org. All loans are subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Not all will qualify. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 101.9. Billy Copeland leading things off for the Tigers. As I'm trying to remember what happened with Cade at the end of the last inning. I think it was a ground out, wasn't it? Oh, no. Well, no. In there for a strike. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Anyway, regardless, he finished off the last inning. And it's 0-1. There's a chopper foul, and quickly behind the count is Copeland, 0-2. Copeland and Williams and Eldred, heart of the order for the Tigers, 2, 3, and 4. And just missing high, 1 and 2. In the dirt. And it's 2 and 2. And the pitch. That will miss low. And 3 and 2. Tell you what, Porras did a really nice job of framing that pitch. He pulled that up. It was like, I almost had me going on that. I thought that that was above the knees. Payoff pitch. That's a little bit further up there. He gets the called strike 3. A little bit of shake of the head of Copeland, but I think that one was in a good spot. And I'll bring up Brandon Williams, who walked and scored in the first inning for Alamogordo. So far, all the scoring in the first inning. Wildcats got 2, the Tigers the 1. This is hit foul and out of play up the first base side. And Williams falls behind the count 0-1. I feel like that's kind of been the theme on both sides. The Tigers have been kind of hitting from behind in their counts, and on the other side of it, Vasquez has been a little bit behind in his counts, just the way that it's worked out. That misses high. 1-1 as the fastball stayed up. Leanos into his motion. Here's the pitch. And that one is going to hit Williams, and Williams will get on with the hit by pitch. Curveball that got away from Leanos. And so Preston Eldred, who singled his first time up. Slash went out to right center field, trying to get it going in this part of the order again for the Tigers. Pick-off throw to first, and Williams will stay on the bag, or get back to the bag, I should say. And a pick-off throw from the catcher. Williams going to be back in plenty of time. The pitch to the plate was low and outside. It's 1-0. And right at the belt. Called strike on Eldred. Count evens up at 1-1. Ground ball up the middle. This could be two. They get the out at second and on to first. 6-4, 6-3 double play. And the inning is over. The shortstop, Mosier, tailor-made for him. He didn't even have to toss it on to second. Grabbed it, stepped on the bag, and on to first. 6-3 double play. And the inning is over. The Tigers trail 2-1 on the Richland Motor scoreboard after 3 innings. You're listening to Tiger Baseball on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 101.9.
Card Suite Lite is a convenient and safe way to manage your cards with your mobile app. Busy lifestyle? No problem. You're in control, making it easy to set alerts and manage your banking on the go. This is Susie with First National Bank. Enroll today.
Member FDIC.
Remember, if something seems too good to be true, it often is. This is AJ from First National Bank. Trust your instincts and stay vigilant to online fraud. Protect yourself from becoming a victim. Think before you act. If you have any concerns, contact your bank for further assistance.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 101.9. Top of the fourth on the Richland Motor scoreboard. Wildcats 2, Tigers 1, and Eric Vasquez continues on the mound. Misses high and outside as he faces Jose Duran, the senior, hitting from the left-hand side. The 1-0. And down and in that misses, and it's 2-0. Duran, then Porras, and Leanos for the Wildcats this inning. The 2-0. Call right at the knees, 2-1. And this is hit in the air, right center field. This may be difficult for the Tigers. Somebody catch it? Somebody did. No, nobody did. Okay. Just was kind of in no man's land. It was in between 3, and somebody ended up having it, but I wasn't sure if somebody actually caught it. And so you had McGinnis and Kiss from center and right, and then Copeland from second base, all trying to get to the most difficult for Copeland, but just kind of an in-betweener. And here's a bunt that's going to be popped foul. And 0-1 to Daniel Porras. Now, give a single to Duran. That was not an easy play for any of the Tigers to get to, but they certainly had a chance at it because it was hit in the air as highly as it was. But shallow right field and a long run for the outfielders, and just not an easy run for the second baseman as we got a pickoff throw to first. And the runner Sutton, or I should say Duran, is back in time. It's 0-1 to Porras after the foul off on the bunt attempt. We'll see if he tries again here. No. Breaking ball is going to miss high. And the count is 1-1. Runner goes. Breaking ball's in a called strike, and well, I take that back. He did not go. Showed like he was and then stopped. So 1-2 at the plate. Still runner on first. This is popped up on the infield. Easy play for Tupper at short. He's got it. And there's one down. So to bring up Luis Leanos, who struck out his first time up. Swing and a miss on a breaking pitch from Vasquez, and it's 0-1. Runner on first and one out. Deming holding on to that 2-1 lead since the first inning. And we are sitting here in the top of the fourth. With Vasquez from the stretch. Look to first. To the plate. Ground ball. This, not going to be two. Good break from first for Duran. So I don't know if that was a hit and run call there, but it did avoid a double play. So it does move Duran up to second. And Leanos 6-3 on the putout. Two down, and Chris Olvera, who reached on a fielding error by the Tigers in the second inning, will step up to the plate for his second at-bat. Runner on second and two out now for the Wildcats. Vasquez, long look back to second. To the plate he comes. Swing and a miss, but the ball's in the dirt, and it's going to hop away from the catcher, and it's going to allow Duran to advance to third. 0-1 to Olvera. Well, any miscue from the Tigers here could plate another run if it's a wild pitch, pass ball, or an error. Certainly changes the makeup of this at-bat a little bit. The 0-1. And a ground ball, high chopper to first. Wall will field that cleanly. Step on the bag, and the inning is over. 3 unassisted on the play. And a leadoff single. Man eventually got around to third, but he stays stranded there. 1 hit, 1 left on, no runs, and no Tiger errors as we go to the bottom of the fourth, and it remains a 2-1 ball game. Wildcats in front of the Tigers on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Tiger Baseball here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Looking to transform your home's exterior? Meet Rudy Ochoa. With years of experience in stucco, Rudy and his crew deliver quality craftsmanship and stunning flawless finishes. 575-442-6745.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there. To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
When life happens, OFCU has a loan for that. Appliances, furniture, medical, repairs, weekend getaway, vacations, consolidations, and more. OFCU's personal loans are as low as 9.99% APR. Apply online or in person today. OteroFCU.org. All loans are subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Not all will qualify. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Welcome back. Bottom of the fourth, and Kellen Wall will come to the plate. 5, 6, and 7 in the order for the Tigers. Wall with an RBI single has knocked in the 1 run for Alamogordo. So Wall, McGinnis, and Vasquez due up for the Tigers. Try to get something going here and tie this game up. First pitch. Or that one, I'm guessing, a little low. And it's 1-0 to Wall. That was a pretty good pitch there from Leanos. Wall will Hit this one foul and out of play on the third base side, 1-1. Here's the pitch. On the outside corner for a strike, 1-2. Leanos ready to go. Here comes the pitch to Wall. And he'll just get a piece of it to the screen. He'll do it again, 1-2. The pitch. Couldn't hit that outside corner. Wall does not chase. And the count evens up at 2-2. Here it comes. That's in the dirt and to the backstop. And so Wall has worked the count full here, 3-2. Leadoff hitter for the Tigers in the bottom of the fourth inning. And Wall will hit this one high in the air, left side of the infield. Well, maybe carry into the outfield and just into the grass. The left fielder, Jose Duran, will make the catch for the Wildcats, and there is one down. It'll bring up Aiden McGinnis. 0 for 1, grounded out to the third baseman, the fielder's choice, 5 unassisted. And here's a ground ball to second. Snag cleanly, toss on to first. And in time, Isaac Martinez makes the play. 4-3 put out and 2 quick outs now with Eric Vasquez now. So Vasquez steps in. Leanos into his motion. Here's the pitch. Now miss high, and it's 1-0. Base is empty and 2 down in the bottom of the fourth inning. And a 2-1 lead for Deming. That's a fastball on the outer half for a strike. And the count evens up at 1-1. That breaking ball just dropped low. Good movement on it. 2-1. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Here it comes. Swing and a miss and struck him out. Down in order go the Tigers. Pop out, ground out, strikeout. And we're through 4 completes on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Wildcats 2, Tigers 1. We'll return right after this here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Here are a few tips on how to stay vigilant and protect yourself from fraud. This is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. Monitor your accounts. Use strong passwords. Be skeptical of unsolicited emails and messages. Don't deposit checks received in the mail from unknown sources. Use anti-malware software and educate yourself. Stay informed about common fraud schemes and tactics used by scammers. If you suspect fraudulent activity, report it to your financial institution and the appropriate authorities immediately. Stay alert, stay safe.
Member FDIC.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. As we go to the top of the 5th inning and a 2-1 score. And for the Wildcats, it's going to be Max Allison to lead things off. And that's a one-hop back to the catcher. And it's 1-0. Eric Vasquez continues on the mound. And that breaking ball's in there for a strike, and the count evens up at 1-1. And a chopper over towards first. Wall will get to it, flip it on to Vasquez. Thought that was going to be a little bit closer play, but Allison, I don't know, wasn't blazing up the first base line. I think he's moving a little bit quicker there. Maybe he doesn't have that speed. I don't know, but that was not a particularly quick fielding by the Tigers. Could have been a little bit more, or put the pressure on Alamogordo a little bit more, I guess, there. But it's 3-1, and there's one down. And strike in there. 3-1 on the putout. It's 2-1 your score, with Deming leading Alamogordo. And that breaking ball is low. Count evens up at 1-1. Mosier, 1 for 2 with a single, a run scored. Grounded out to third his last time up. One and one. This is hit high in the air, left center field. And it's going to be Tupper that will get to it at short. He did get into the outfield grass. And certainly the wind knocked that down a little bit. Might have carried a tad more, but a very high pop out there. So there's two down. Going to bring up Ezra Signs. Hitting from the left-hand side. It's down and into him. And it's 1-0. Signs single and run scored back in the first. And a ground out in his other at-bat. Here comes the 1-0. Down and in again, and it's 2-0. Base is in. And it's kind of turned into a pitcher's duel here over the last couple of innings. We're sitting here in the top of the fifth. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. As Vasquez again came down and in on Signs, but tried to go after that one. And here's the 2-1. Fouls it off, and we're even in the count now, 2-2. Good battle by Vasquez, and that very much a key to his success today, as he's really battled hard and worked himself back in some of these counts. 2-2. And this one hit to shorts. Fielded cleanly. Toss on to first is in time. And well done over there by Tupper. And the Tigers put the Wildcats down in order here in the fifth inning. We go to the bottom of the fifth with the Tigers trailing the Wildcats 2-1. You're listening to Tiger Baseball here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit, whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief. We can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Transform your home with Ochoa Stucco. Whether it's a fresh look or a durable finish, their expert team delivers quality and style. Say goodbye to bland exteriors and hello to stunning curb appeal. Ochoa Stucco, always a flawless finish. 442-6745.
We are the Veterans Health Administration, and our hands provide life-changing care to over 9 million veterans across more than 1,200 facilities nationwide. Join hands with us to make an impact in your community. Learn more at vacareers.va.gov.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Bottom of the fifth. Tigers trailing 2-1 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. and starting to run out of at-bats here. Luis Leanos has been for the Wildcats. Leanos has been pitching very well. And this is going to be hit in the air up the first base line. Looks like it's going to carry out a play foul. It will. And it's 0-1. Good contact there from Tupper. I'd say the PA. David Maldonado's doing the PA now for the Tigers. And don't blame him that he called Aiden Tupper Aiden McGinnis. There's a lot of Aidens on this team. There's 3 of them. The 0-1's a ground ball over to third. As scooped up cleanly. Toss on to first is in time by Max Allison. And there's one down here at the top of the bottom of the 5th inning. Ryan Macklin comes up 0 for 1, a ground out back to the pitcher. Faces the righty, Leanos. And that one will miss. 1-0. Showing bunts and brings it back. Pitch is going to miss, and it's 2-0 now. See if Ryan's going to try to bunt again. He does not show that. Check swings. Pitch misses high. 3-0. And in the dirt, and a 4-pitch walk for the number 9 hitter for the Tigers as they try to get something going here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And time going to be called as the catcher, Porras, will go out and talk to his pitcher, Leanos. And he hasn't surrendered many walks today. Did back in the first to Williams, but that was on a full count. And did it to Tupper on 5 pitches. Very interestingly, he's done it with the bottom of the order for the Tigers, not as much on the top end. Like Williams has walked, and he's also been hit by a pitch today, which he's done that. I feel like he's done that a lot this year where he's gotten on in those kind of ways this season. A lot of Tigers have, as a matter of fact. Cade Kiss stepping up, popped out to center, grounded out to first in his 2 at-bats. See if he tries to bunt. Well, he's going to watch that in for a called strike. And the count's 0-1. Kiss steps back in, hitting from the left-hand side. Not a big lead over at first. There's a pickoff throw to first, and getting back in time is Macklin. Timely. I was pointing out that he wasn't taking a very big lead there. And he goes. And here's the throw out to second, and sliding in safely. Macklin, for just a moment, thought he was going to try to go to third, but nothing there. But a stolen base for Ryan Macklin, and the Tigers have a runner in scoring position. And the count is 1-1 at the plate to Kiss as it missed outside. A big moment here in this one, bottom of the 5th. And runners in scoring position have been at a premium for both of these teams today. Kiss shows bunt, brings it back. Pitch is going to miss. And you can tell a bit of frustration from Leanos there as he thought he got that over. And instead, Kiss gets ahead in the count, 2-1. There's the pitch. Outside, 3-1. Copeland in the on-deck circle. He struck out a couple of times. See how aggressive Kiss is here on 3-1. Quick pitch. Ground ball right back up the middle. It deflects off the catcher's leg over to third. There's going to be no play, though. And so give an infield single to Kiss, and the Tigers have runners in the corners with 1 out. So that leaves the sac fly in order for Alamogordo. And now we're going to see a visit from the dugout for Deming as they're going to talk things over a little bit, recognizing the importance of this moment. If that one doesn't deflect off the pitcher's leg, it's into the outfield on a base hit. So that probably worked out better because the Tigers might have scored a run on that play if that, continues through the pitcher. And I think they're also checking on Leaños there a little bit because that did deflect off his leg, and that was a well-hit ball from Kiss. So I would imagine if the umpire, I think, was coming in and making sure that he was okay, and I think maybe they're going to give him a pitch or two here to make sure that he's not hurt. Yeah. I'm trying to think, was it off his plant leg or his forward leg? Doesn't seem to be bothering him too much, but yeah, he'll stay in the game. So I guess that was more of the issue there, maybe just checking on the pitcher to make sure that there wasn't any issues there. And so big moment here for Billy Copeland, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. You got to think they're going to try to move Kiss up to second as quickly as possible, take the double play out of order. And there is a pickoff throw to first. Slide back in for Kiss using his long frame. He goes. Pitch is high. They'll throw short. No try to apply the tag. And so it'll be 1-0 to Copeland, and the Tigers have second and third with a 1 out. And so a base hit from Copeland could give Alamogordo the lead late in this game. Pitch misses high. 2-0. Well, after 3 innings of both teams kind of not being able to find much hitting-wise, getting a little bit more action here, that's going to be a called strike, 2-1. Kiss at first, Kiss at second, Macklin at third, Copeland at the plate. Here's the 2-1. And that one just misses, 3-1. There have been a few of those today that have been, it feels like not a whole lot different than the previous pitch that got called a strike. But sometimes it is that small of a margin. It's 3-1 here to Copeland. Showing bunt, brings it back, pitch misses outside. That's a walk. So it's bases loaded now for Alamogordo with 1 out and Brandon Williams. And we're going to see a change in right field for Deming. As Cole Donaldson will come in for Roy Sutton. I don't know if Sutton is going to go warm up maybe in the bullpen. I'm genuinely not sure what the reasoning was there. Pitch is in the dirt. And so 1-0. That one's in the dirt, and it's now 2-0. So the control has kind of gotten away from Leaños here. And I'm puzzled by that substitution there. Because nothing happened in the field that you were pulling your right fielder. The only thing I think of is they may use him as a pitcher here if need be. And just missing high is 3-0 to Williams. Infield is in for Deming with the bases loaded and 1 out. 3-0 is going to miss. And that's a walk. Well, no, so I'm confused here. Did we get a balk? I think they called a balk. So Williams is going to stay. That they'd called time, and what I'm thinking is Leanos never set, and so he tried to quick pitch, and so they called it a balk, and so it's 3-1 here now to Williams after the balk. But it's 2-2 now the score. In the dirt, and the bases will be loaded again. So now it'll be Preston Eldred coming to the plate. So Eldred, who has singled and grounded out. From the set, here's the pitch from Leanos. Leanos going to hit the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. And a ground ball right back to the pitcher. They could get two here. They get the force at home. Toss on to first, and they got it. Boy, that is tough break there for the Tigers. As the Wildcats turn the 1-2 to 3 double play. Alamo's going to leave two on. They do tie up the ball game here in the bottom of the fifth inning on the balk from Leanos. But with one out and the bases loaded, going to feel like you should have got more there. And the Tigers will go to the top of the sixth. Evened up here with the Wildcats now. You're listening to Tiger Baseball here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
When life happens, OFCU has a loan for that. Appliances, furniture, medical, repairs, weekend getaway, vacations, consolidations, and more. OFCU's personal loans are as low as 9.99% APR. Apply online or in person today. OteroFCU.org. All loans are subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Not all will qualify. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Card Suite Lite is a convenient and safe way to manage your cards with your mobile app. Busy lifestyle? No problem. You're in control, making it easy to set alerts and manage your banking on the go. This is Susie with First National Bank. Enroll today.
Member FDIC.
Remember, if something seems too good to be true, it often is. This is AJ from First National Bank. Trust your instincts and stay vigilant to online fraud. Protect yourself from becoming a victim. Think before you act. If you have any concerns, contact your bank for further assistance.
First National Bank. Member FDIC.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Eric Vasquez on the mound for the Tigers. Top of the sixth inning with the Tigers and the Wildcats now tied up at 2 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Again in the dirt to Isaac Martinez, 2-0. Now maybe a missed opportunity for Alamogordo to take the lead in the last inning. But if Vasquez can continue the way he's been pitching recently, as this is fouled off and back to the screen, it may not be a problem. 2-1. And that pitch will miss inside. I thought it hit Martinez, but it did not. 3-1. Vasquez into his motion. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball that's going to be fouled off of Martinez, and the count goes full now. 3-2. There's the pitch. Outside. Huh. I thought we were already at 3-2. I guess not. There's nobody from the Deming. I thought fairly certain we were at 3-2. Ground ball to third. And a little bit of trouble there for Williams, but he gets back to it. Toss on to first. And that is going to get by over to the fence and going to allow Martinez to get to second. Williams was trying to hustle to get that over to first as he had to play it off his body. And so runner on second after the E5. And the Wildcats trying to regain their lead. So Royce Sutton comes in. So still don't understand why Cole Donaldson came in for him defensively. Generally don't have an answer for that one. And Vasquez will step off the pitching rubber, and of course Martinez back. Breaking ball that'll stay high. And it's 1-0. Top of 6, 2-2 ball game. Vasquez has done well to work out of some jams today. As a runner in scoring position with nobody out. That's in the dirt. And Phillips able to keep that around home plate. Runner will stay at second. And now Phillips will go out and talk to his pitcher here and just try to slow things down a little bit and see if Vasquez can regain his rhythm a little bit. Just like the last inning, crucial moments here. And if the Tigers end up losing this game by a run here or something, at bottom of the fifth inning with the bases loaded and one out and unable to get anything more out of that, will stand tall for sure. Fastball just going to miss high. I believe we're 3-0. We are 3-0 the count. So it's runner on second. 3-0 to the hitter. It's called strike, 3-1. As Vasquez comes set. So 3-1. And this is popped up in the air on the infield. And that'll be grab for Tupper at short. And that's a great result for Vasquez, who fell behind the count 3-0. And on a 3-1 pitch, it's a soft little pop out on the infield. It doesn't allow the runner to advance, and Jose Duran will come to the plates. Singled and is reached on there, has been on both times. Vasquez set from the stretch. And a ground ball foul that'll go back to the backstop. Count is 0-1. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, 1-1. The pitch. And try to get that breaking ball, but umpire says outside, 2-1. 2-2 ball game in the top of the sixth. Deming threatening with a runner on second. One out, and Vasquez behind the count here, 2-1. Ground ball and foul up the first base side. And that'll take the count even here, 2-2. Vasquez from the belt. Here's the pitch. And down and in, couldn't quite get the call, and it's 3-2 now. So a full count to the Wildcats left fielder. Looking to get on for the third time today. Righty versus lefty here. As the righty Vasquez is ready to go. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss and struck him out. Took something off there. And 2 down. So to bring up Daniel Porras, who grounded out and popped out. Called strike on the fastball. And Vasquez gets ahead in the count here 0-1. Two outs and a runner on second. Here's the pitch. And a breaking ball that's going to roll foul at the third base line. And Vasquez from a position of, I don't even want to say power here, but certainly advantage. As he's heading the count 0-2. Now, as we said, runners in scoring position have been at a premium for both sides. Wildcats had that runner at second with nobody out. Here's a breaking ball again that will chop foul up the third base line. And the count remains 0-2 to Porras as he stays alive in the at-bat. And the Wildcats will play another game here, as they will face Santa Fe in game 2 of the doubleheader. And there's a ground ball to the right side. Copeland's got it. Toss on to first in time. And that's good work from the Tigers after a throwing error. Put a runner on second. Fielding and throwing error in the first at-bat. They get a pop out, a strikeout, and a ground out. And get the shutdown inning after tying up the game in the bottom of the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 6th on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Tied up at 2. You're listening to Tiger Baseball here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
The Winner's Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner's Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner's Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Looking to transform your home's exterior? Meet Rudy Ochoa. With years of experience in stucco, Rudy and his crew deliver quality craftsmanship and stunning flawless finishes. 575-442-6745.
Join Stand Up to Cancer and Jazz Pharmaceuticals to raise awareness of small cell lung cancer and accelerate the pace of research. Ask your healthcare provider about screening options that might be right for you or a loved one. Visit standuptocancer.org/lung to learn more.
You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Bottom of the 6th inning. And still the same pitcher. I was wondering if we maybe had a pitching change there, but no, it is still Leanos who pitches for the Wildcats. Kellen Wall will step to the plate. Wall, McGinnis, and Vasquez for the Tigers. Wall is 1 for 2, a single and an RBI, and a pop out. And he fouls it off back to the backstop, and it's 0-1. McGinnis 0 for 2, Vasquez 0 for 2. This is a high pop-up that will head over to the third base side, and giving chase is both the catcher, Porras, and the third baseman, Allison, but it's going to get over the netting and into the stand. Well, how many fans over there actually standing? Usually we've got a decent amount that are sitting there right next to the dugout. Everybody, pretty much up in the medal stands today. Here's the 0-2. And Wall will watch that one miss low and outside. A lot of Deming fans made the trip. They've got a good following that have made the drive today. 1-2. And hard hit up the middle. That should be a pretty easy play. The shortstop on the run from behind the bag at second. We'll toss it on. And a good play there from Mosier. 6-3, I should say, on the putout. And they'll bring up Aiden McGinnis now. McGinnis ground into a fielder's choice in the first and a ground out to second in his other at-bat. So McGinnis to the plate. As, well, at least, I mean, you could say we're running out of at-bats, but the game's tied, so this could keep going on. You never know. McGinnis will watch that fastball miss a little bit high. As both pitchers so far have gone the distance, but the further we go here, we start getting into pitch counts and stuff, so may see a change, and maybe that loosens things up with the scoring a little bit as it's fouled off. 1-1 here for McGinnis. And the breaking ball will miss low, and Haynes ahead in the count 2-1. Swing and a miss, and McGinnis taking a big hack at it, but comes up empty, 2-2. This is hit well out to left field. Will it get down? It will. And McGinnis comes up with a single. And the Tigers have a runner on with one down. And Eric Vasquez going to help his own cause. And we may see a pitching change. And I think this may be where the change in right field came from. Yeah, because that exactly was what it was. As it'll be Royce Sutton that will come on to pitch. And so that's what it'll be. Leanos with a really fine effort in this game, as he only gave up 4 hits and just the 2 runs, as he leaves in a 2-2 ball game. We'll end up with the no decision. I think it'll be interesting to see if the Tigers are going to go with a new pitcher in the top of the 7th, or if they stick with Vasquez. I don't know how much he has left in terms of pitch count for Alamogordo. I wouldn't think, I mean, you got to think it's got to be close with Leanos as well in terms of when they have to pull him. But we'll see. And so the lefty coming in and warming up is Royce Sutton. And so they put Donaldson out in right field. So he replaced Sutton there, and now Sutton is replacing. So I don't know if they're using Sutton as a DH, is what they did there, because he did bat in the last inning. You can do lots of things, obviously. And I think Coach Winrow may be asking about that right now. Because they did make a straight change there. And I guess my question is, did they ever re-enter him back into the game? And, yeah, there's kind of a discussion going on right now with Coach Winrow. Yeah, and I think he's going to go back over to the Deming dugout, because, I mean, they basically did a straight defensive switch for Donaldson. Brought Donaldson in for Sutton. Sutton still batted in the last inning. And so the discussion going on right now, I think they're going to have to stick. Well, I don't know now. So now they're sending number 43. out to right field. Fabian Ortega. So, So I don't know who Ortega is actually coming in for now. I mean, defensively, he's actually going in for Donaldson. But is he replacing somebody else in the lineup? Yeah, that's what I was a little confused with is, you know, they just went a straight change in right field. And, I mean, it doesn't seem to be an issue, but they did have to pull Donaldson out of the game for some reason. So I don't know. Well, I guess they've got it all squared away. So Fabian Ortega is the right fielder. And so the Eric Vasquez at the plate after all that, and he faces a lefty. And they do the pickoff and get the Tiger runner in between, at least at the moment. It's a rundown. They're going back and forth here. Continue to go back and forth. And still trying to keep up with it, McGinnis, but he is eventually going to get tagged out. And that is a brutal mistake there for the Tigers. Well done by Deming there on the rundown, though. They had players replacing each other in the right spots and getting out of the way and not getting called for an interference there and making the right throws. And so well done by Deming to get that. Had a lefty into the game now, and obviously that's a much easier pickoff move for a lefty than a righty. Will watch that miss outside, 1-0. And McGinnis got caught flat-footed. Missing high, 2-0. And there for a called strike, 2-1. Down and inside. And Vasquez hits the head in the count here, 3-1. Aiden Tupper in the on-deck circle, 0 for 1 with a walk and a ground out. High chopper up the middle. Charging on it, making the throw to first, and a good play there from Mosier. And the inning is over. Now, might have ended up being a double play anyway. About the, the pickoff there, but Tigers do lose a base runner, but it ends up being a 1-2-3 inning. One hit for Alamogordo, nobody left on. No runs and no errors. Top of 7 we go. We're tied at 2. You're listening to Tiger Baseball on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
When life happens, OFCU has a loan for that. Appliances, furniture, medical, repairs, weekend getaway, vacations, consolidations, and more. OFCU's personal loans are as low as 9.99% APR. Apply online or in person today. OteroFCU.org. All others subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Not all will qualify. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. The Tigers and the Deming Wildcats tied at 2 on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. And we are on at the top of the 7th inning. And it will be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters. And we do have another change here as Esteban Marisal will come in. And so a pinch hitter here in the top of the 7th. First pitch missed. Ground ball over the third base side, but well foul, and it's 1-1. So Vasquez does continue for the Tigers. As the 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2 now. Now, certainly the advantage of being the home team in this spot of getting last at bat. Swing and a miss in the dirt. Phillips will tag him out. And it's a strikeout for the first out. So it'll be Chris Olvera that will come up. Ground out, one to short and the other to first base. And his first 2 at-bats. Here's the wind and the pitch. And down and away. 1-0. You have to think the at-bats, Vasquez are limited at this point. The 1-0. Hard hit, but foul. Now to play 1-1. And what the Tigers decide to do then is the next question. You would assume that Kellen Wall and Cade Kiss will get starts in the next couple of days. And here's a chopper foul behind the plate, and it's 1-2. The only other guy we've seen pitch so far this year is Preston Eldred. And mixed results for Preston. He did pick up 1 save, but had a tough outing against Roswell. The 1-2. And in the dirt into the backstop. 2-2. Nobody in the Tiger bullpen, which is leads you to believe if somebody comes in, it's somebody that's out in the field at the moment. Or, you know, if it was Eldred, you'd think he'd be warming up. He's the DH. He's not out there, so 1-2. Ground ball, hard hit to short, and a little bit of trouble with it. Not going to be able to get it over there in time, and it does get away, and I guess it went out of play and then back in, so they're going to give him second without a throw. Must have bounced off the Alamogordo dugout or something. Now, there are some of those where, you know, you just kind of got to read the situation and eat it if you take one off the body there. Tigers have been limited on errors this season. They've done a pretty good job of not having issues with defensive mistakes, but this game has not been one of those. And so it's a runner on second with 1 out. And back at the top of the order here with Max Allison, who's 0 for 3. This is fouled off and out of play. 0-1. Hard hit, but right at short. Not going to have a play to second for the double play, but squeezed nicely there by Tupper, and there's 2 down. And I bring up Daniel Mosier, who had a single back in the first and scored, has grounded out the 2 other times. Justin Phillips is going to come out of the dugout. And I don't know if that's it for Vasquez, or maybe making it clear that this would be his last hitter here, so wants to try to get out of the inning here without the Tigers having to bring on a relief pitcher. So I'm sure that's a little bit of the discussion of, hey, this is your guy here. Get him out in the inning. See if we can finish this one in the bottom of the 7th. Mosier will come up. Base hit could put his team in the lead. And we'll spin around from Vasquez, but no throw. Forces the runner back. Here's the pitch. And it's going to hit him. Well, I don't see anybody. Didn't mean to off air there. Second with 2 outs and a 2 count for Ezra Signs, the Wildcats' number 3 hitter. Just outside, missed. 2-2. Big moment here in a 2-2 ball game. Vasquez trying to keep it tied here in the top of the 7th. Long wait here for Vasquez. And it's going to be a chopper, and they're going to say foul ball. As that did go off the hitter and out of play. I think Steins had tried to call time, but the home plate umpire must have felt that Vasquez was already into his motion, and so did not grant time. Two and 2 the count. Breaking ball misses high, 3-2. Isaac Martinez, the cleanup hitter in the on-deck circle, who's looking for his first hit of the day. And you got to know if he's the cleanup hitter and he's 0 for 3, he's looking for something. And I don't know if Vasquez will get another hitter here if he doesn't get this guy. Ground ball, chopped foul, and we'll do a 3-2 again. So once you hit a certain number, you can continue with the at-bat that you're on, but you have to be replaced right after that. I think that's what we saw with Leanos earlier for Deming. Because he was pitching pretty good and really wasn't any reason to take him out outside of pitch count. 3-2 again. Swing and a miss. It struck him out. What a huge strikeout there for Eric Vasquez. He's had a few of those in this game. And Coach Phillips fired up on the sideline, the Tigers pitching coach, as he gave him a little pep talk right before that at bat. And Vasquez comes through. So the Tigers in the bottom of the 7th will have 8, 9, and 1 in the order. Let's see if they can get the walk-off. We'll return. It's 2-2 on the Richland Motor scoreboard. Bottom of the 7th next. You're listening to Tiger Baseball on Alamo Sports and Talk.
Remember, if something seems too good to be true, it often is. This is Emily from First National Bank. Trust your instincts and stay vigilant to online fraud. Protect yourself from becoming a victim. Think before you act. If you have concerns, contact your bank for further assistance.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
Card Suite Life provides 24/7 control right at your fingertips. This is AJ with First National Bank. Fraud prevention is priceless. Safeguard your card. Download the free app for a simple, secure way to manage your debit card activity.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
The Winner Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Welcome back. It's been a fun ball game. Tight the whole way. 2-2 your score here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Wildcats got 2 runs in the first. Tigers got 1 run, and then they would add on 1 in the bottom of the 5th. And now we'll come up at the bottom of the 7th. And this bottom of the order came through for the Tigers earlier in the game. Ryan Macklin walked and eventually would come around and score in that 5th inning. So we'll see if Aiden Tupper can get something started here. He'll be his first time facing Roy Sutton, who came with 1 out in the 6th inning. And immediately picked off the runner at first and then would hit the runner at the plate. That's down and in the dirt and to the backstop. This is hit to left field and will get down for a base hit. Aiden Tupper breaks through, I believe, for his first hit of the season. And what a great spot to do that. His second time on today. And I got to say, the Tigers need to be maybe not super aggressive at first base with a left-hand pitcher. Don't lose a base runner. You know, stay close to the bag. Let the guys at the plate try to make something happen here. Because it's such an easy pickoff move for the pitcher. And he is going to throw to first. And again, the Tigers get caught in a rundown. Oh, he's going to beat it. Oh, my goodness. That's a heck of a play by Tupper. As the first baseman tossed it to, I believe it was the second baseman, and Macklin ran right by, but that was very nearly another disaster for the Tigers. But Tupper makes it pay off. Because Tupper just sort of calmly walked out towards first. And a bunt attempt by Macklin is going to be fouled off. It'll be 0-1, but like he really hadn't even got into a stance because the pitcher was already set. He just tossed it over there. And like I said, Tigers very, very lucky on that. But now in a great position with nobody out and a runner on second. As that pitch catches the outside corner, or the line on the batter's box. Sorry, from up here, I looked outside. 0-2. Macklin, ground ball up the middle, and that'll move the runner up to third. So all the Tigers need now is a deep fly ball, and they can win this game. 1-3 on the putout. They'll move the infield in for Cade Kiss, who just had a single in his last at-bat, is 1 for 3. And the Tigers have an opportunity to send the Tiger fans home happy here with a well-hit ball to the outfield or a base hit. And there for a strike on the first pitch, 1-1. This is hit high in the air, but it's going to be shallow center field. It's going to fall, but it's not going to be anywhere the Tigers are able to do anything with it. But there's still just 1 out, so that worked out okay. They called the shortstop, Allison, off. The outfielders both came in, And it dropped right in between both of them, just off of the infield dirt. And so the Tigers will still have a chance on a deep fly ball from Billy Copeland, who has walked and struck out twice. Had a meeting on the mound with the infield for the Wildcats. And head coach Nathan Winrow going out and talking to the field umpire. Not sure what happened there, but Kiss with no kind of lead over at first, but I would imagine he's going to be trying to run to second. Will the Wildcats even try and make a throw? It's not good. First pitch. Well, now he does go. Kind of a defensive indifference there, so he moves up to second. Yeah, that was weird there for the Wildcats because the catcher already had the ball in his hand. Fouled off by Copeland. He's behind the count 0-2. Because you could have had a double play there if you keep Kiss on first. But anyway, it's out of order. But the Tigers behind the count here 0-2. That's going to be in the dirt and will kick to the right of the catcher. That was a great job by Porras to slide to his left and keep that in front of him because that landed in the dirt in the batter's box and then kind of took a carom off of him, but he kept it in front of him was the biggest thing. So it's still 1-2. Looking for the outside corner. Doesn't get the call that time. 2-2. So Copeland's worked the count back even. That's in the dirt, and it's to the backstop, and this could score the run. That will do it. The wild pitch scores the run, and the Tigers are winners 3-2. A walk-off wild pitch wins it, and Alamogordo stays unbeaten on the season. They are now 6-0. We'll come back and wrap it up here on the Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show. You're listening to Tiger Baseball here on Alamo Sports and Talk 12-109.
Transform your home with Ochoa Stucco. Whether it's a fresh look or a durable finish, their expert team delivers quality and style. Say goodbye to bland exteriors and hello to stunning curb appeal. Ochoa Stucco, always a flawless finish. 442-6745.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
When life happens, OFCU has a loan for that. Appliances, furniture, medical, repairs, weekend getaway, vacations, consolidations, and more. OFCU's personal loans are as low as 9.99% APR. Apply online or in person today. OteroFCU.org. All others subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Not all will qualify. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Card Suite Lite is a convenient and safe way to manage your cards with your mobile app. Busy lifestyle? No problem. You're in control, making it easy to set alerts and manage your banking on the go. This is Susie with First National Bank. Enroll today.
Member FDIC.
Remember, if something seems too good to be true, it often is. This is AJ from First National Bank. Trust your instincts and stay vigilant to online fraud. Protect yourself from becoming a victim. Think before you act. If you have any concerns, contact your bank for further assistance.
First National Bank. Member FDIC.
The Winner Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. The Tigers winners on a walk-off for, well, the third time this year. They've won on I think Cade Kiss had an RBI walk-off single, and it was an error on, gosh, what was the other one? Maybe that wasn't a walk-off. Maybe it was just a go-ahead on that. Yeah, I'm trying to remember now. I'm not sure. Anyhow, and then this one today, which ends up in a wild pitch, but so much of that, so much credit to Aiden Tupper in that seventh inning. He gets a single, which I believe is his first hit of the season, and did great work to fight out of a rundown. He really was sort of caught unaware on a pickoff throw and was able to get past the second baseman before he could tag him, and he slid into second base before the shortstop got the ball and found himself on second base. He would end up on third after a wild pitch, I believe. And then, no, I'm sorry, it was a ground out that pushed him to third. Cade Kiss came up, had the bloop single, he ended up on second, and then the wild pitch brought the run in. And it was that kind of game for the Tigers. They really had to manufacture a lot. The bottom of the order did a lot. You figure Ryan Macklin's walk in the fifth, he would end up scoring on a balk. And then in the first inning, it was an RBI single from Kellen Wall that brought in the other run. That was Brandon Williams that scored. Tigers had some other chances to get some runs on the board, but, they just found a way. They manufactured some hits. And Vanny manufactured some runs today, and it was that kind of game. So kudos, Tigers. And then the other side of it is Eric Vasquez, who pitched very well for Alamogordo today. Only gave up, 1, 2, 3, 4. Only gave up 4 hits. And I did have some base runners because of error. The Tigers defensively weren't sharp today. I think if I count it all up, they ended up with 4 or 5 errors. But, he kept it to 2 runs, and he gave up those 2 runs in the first inning, and that was it the rest of the way. He went the distance, came up with a huge strikeout in the top of the 7th. That was probably going to be his last at-bat, and he managed to get the Tigers out of a jam in that top of the 7th inning, and then Alamogordo came up with the big plays they needed to in the bottom of the 7th. So it's a team that is finding a way to win in games maybe that they're not necessarily playing their best, and they've done so against some really solid teams. This is a Deming team that came in at 5-1 and is playing some really good baseball. So Tigers grabbed the victory. So we'll see what Alamo can do tomorrow against Santa Teresa. We'll have that game for you. 7 o'clock first pitch, 6:45 pregame on the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show. You have been listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show, and that'll do it for our broadcast this afternoon. Thanks so much for tuning in with us. We'll send you back to ESPN Radio. And Alamogordo remains undefeated on the season, a 3-2 victory over the Deming Wildcats and improving to 6-0 on the season. Thanks for tuning in, and stay with us on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-101-1019. Hope you have a great rest of your Thursday, and we will talk to you tomorrow on the Roundup at 2 o'clock, and also right here from Tiger Stadium at 6:45 p.m. Have a great one, everybody.
No roadblocks are scheduled today on Highway 70, 54 South, or 380. For the latest roadblock information, call 575-678-1178. Tonight's forecast, mostly cloudy and windy, 40% chance of showers. In Alamogordo, expect a low of 31, Cloudcroft, a low of 15. For tomorrow, partly cloudy, still windy, 20% chance of evening showers tomorrow. Alamogordo tomorrow, high of 54, low of 30. Cloudcroft tomorrow, high of 36, low of 17.
I'm a wife and the mother of 2 kids, and I've got a good job.
Bye, Mom. See you, Mom.
A pretty important job. Because of my family and my job, I really care about this neighborhood.